easy go.
So, Colin, why don't you do that thing that you do where you tell them about what I'm doing and why?
Fuso. This is one of my favorite mid-tier battleships.
Love it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start battle.
Yeah.
To give you an idea of how much I love this ship, I finished grinding the Japanese line after, I want to say back in like 2016. I got the Yamato, and it was my first tier 10. The Fuso was the first ship I'd ever come back to after getting rid of it. The first tech tree ship that I ever went and bought back just so I could play it again. It is legitimately one of the most fun ships you can play in the game, I think. And it's more fun now than it used to be. Guns are fantastic, the armor's good, the speed is okay-ish. It used to be better, but all the French and German and British battleships have kind of stepped up a little bit.
Damn it.
What?
It's Epson. For those of you who are just catching on, I don't like this game mode.
Yeah, neither do I.
But I have a lot of guns, so I'm happy.
Yeah, at least we're in Fuso, so maybe we can do something.
We're in Fuso, we can do stuff.
So, also, little bit of history that could be potentially wrong. I believe the Fuso is the second tall, like the Fuso class, Fuso and Yamashiro, is the second tallest battleship of World War II, only behind Yamato and Musashi.
It is tall as all balls. That is no lie.
Yeah, Pagoda masts. I love them. Yeah, she's got 14-inch guns in 6 turrets. Same number of guns as the New Mexico, which you've already seen forever ago.
Forever.
But more turrets, which I think gives you more... I don't know what's the word. You can do more with it, I feel like. It's more offensive than defensive.
What was that you called this, Colin? A turret farm?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that word. Turret farm. It's fun.
Yeah, that's what they called all the U.S. Pre-standard type battleships, so Wyoming and New York. I'm turning into you a little bit.
Not even a little bit. You are doing that a lot of it, and I don't like it.
It's okay, I slow down.
Please stop doing it.
Nevney in the middle. But yeah, no, it's been a while. You can probably see that the game looks different.
It is updated a lot. We're like
been in 1 or 2 updates.
We're like 0.8, 0.11 or something now, or 12.
Yeah. The next patch is 9.0. We're recording this early January of 2020. So.
Yay! Happy plague year.
Yeah.
We're due one.
Yep, we are.
We're due a good plague. I would like to do things, Highland. Can we get out of the way, please?
But, I'm just trying to think, like, some of the other stuff I've heard about the ship, which is totally true. When I first started grinding this line. If you remember all the way back to the first video I was in on the channel, with the Congo, I remember hearing from a Mighty Jingles video that the Congo is the first battleship on the Japanese line that you will love. The Fuso is the first battleship you will adore. So...
Not wrong.
I can 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Fuso is one of my favorite ships in the game.
He's absolutely correct in that assumption. I want to do things. Can I do things?
I would say, honestly, probably one of the best attributes is how surprisingly good the firing angles for the guns are.
They
Like,
are really
specifically the
good.
center and rear ones. Like, you can stay pretty well angled, even when you, are shooting all of them. And there's just so many guns that, unlike the New Mexico, when one turret you lose a third of your firepower, here you only lose a sixth. So
So much better.
I said the same thing in the Furataka video. I think that is better. Granted, it gives you a larger citadel, but
more of the turrets.
Main turret critically damaged.
also I believe
no,
Fuso
no,
has better
good.
secondaries than Congo, so that's always good too.
They do seem to just get progressively better as you go up the line, though.
Problem
Yeah,
solved,
more or
sir.
less. I know she's got a hell of a lot more health,
Oh yeah.
and that's because
We've sunk an allied battleship.
Fuso was designed from the ground up as a battleship, whereas Congo is a battle cruiser that was modified into a battleship.
That's what happens.
Also, the ship turns surprisingly well.
It does for its size. It is surprisingly nimble, and I love that about about this ship. Just gonna get ready to erase this Byron as soon as it comes around the corner.
We're winning.
Yeah, I think he's
Try not
already
to do anything
gonna be
stupid.
there. Yeah, he's flooding.
Yay, flooding.
And our New York's probably not gonna be able to do a whole hell of a lot either. So, I'd say this match is pretty much over.
I would agree. We have done well.
Have we?
We're alive, and we
Fair
won.
enough.
I call that a victory.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a beauty shot here, Jack. You wanna take a look at me?
Yeah. We'll do just that. Bam. Hold on, let me back out a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, just I had to.
It had to be done. Had to
Yeah.
be done.
Glad I could fit that one in there. Alright, so
Yay.
pretty meh.
Pretty meh. Meh's okay, though.
Yeah.
At least it didn't go terribly.
So I know I was comparing this a lot to the New Mex, but I don't have the New Mex anymore because I kind of don't like it very much.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
kind-
play the only other battleship that has the same number of guns, but in half as many turrets.
Kinda
Any
would be
guesses?
an understatement, I think. Colin absolutely despises New Mexico.
Yeah, I've bought her back twice now, and I just can't play it worth a damn. I don't like it.
Which is funny, because I love that ship.
It's also funny because like I like the New York, and it as a massively unpopular opinion, I like the Colorado. So
The Colorado wasn't
I don't
bad.
get it.
I mean, you get that thing up close, and you were dealing damage.
It's also weird because I like Arizona too, and I don't know if that's just because I've been on the Memorial or I don't know.
It's something. Hey, you took the Normandy.
I did. Like I said, same number of guns, but half as many turrets.
Those of you that don't know, it's because the Normandy has 3 turrets with 4 barrels in
Correct.
each one. It is ridiculous and kinda terrifying to look at. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
It's not as bad as the Leon.
When the match starts, I'll show you. Here.
Morning, men. Starboard 10, round the buoy and back again.
It is kind of scary.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get a good look at you. Can you imagine a Fuso with quad turrets?
in that other game I play, I built a Fuso with quad turrets.
I know you have, but like halfway realistic.
Ow.
It's probably a good thing this ship never existed.
The fact that I gave my version of the quad-barreled Fuso a like 2-second reload time on the main guns is probably not realistic, but
Hacker.
hey, they give me the option, I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
Also, my version of the Fuso had 2 extra turrets because I used a lengthened version of the hull.
Yeah.
So it was a 2-2-2-2 setup.
So yeah, even at this point, you can see like I'm a little bit faster than Jack, and this is not the fastest ship at this tier anymore. Like when I grinded through the Fuso, it was the fastest battleship at tier 6 because the only battleships at tier 6 were the New Mexico and the Fuso. So I didn't really have many options.
But now that's changed.
Yeah. So there's definitely been some power creep,
Enemy submarine
but I
sighted.
still think that the Fuso is a damn good ship.
I am reluctant to actually get rid of it.
Yeah. And honestly,
Enemy
for
battleship sighted.
the operations now, it's fantastic for them.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of the main reasons that I went and got Fuso back. Other than I just enjoy playing it. But,
The ops will probably be something we showcase later at a later date.
oh yeah.
Because we do kind of like one of them a
I
lot.
think we already did an op video, didn't we?
We might have.
I know it was before the carrier revamp. I don't know.
Enemy
We'll figure it out.
cruiser detected.
Gosh
We know
dang
what
it.
videos we've made.
Yeah, I'm professional. Know what I'm doing. What I've done.
Surprised you were able to say that with a straight face.
I wasn't.
I was gonna say it didn't sound like it. It's also worth mentioning that when I had to grind through the Fuso, like, it's a much better ship now than it was then. It's not like they haven't done anything to make it better, because they got rid of the old A-hull that it used to have that made it like pre-World War I, which I think we talked about in the Congo video.
Mm-hmm. We
I
did.
think I played one of the matches.
There's a slim chance we'll actually win this.
But that is no more. So you don't got to worry about having a 13-kilometer range, which is amazing. Because that was honestly the worst part about playing Fuso. It was just so hard to play with that old A-hole.
It was kind of.
Like, that was the only time I felt like I had to force myself to play it. But,
But once you got past that, it got really good.
oh yeah. Oh boy.
We're winning. Trying to do anything stupid.
Ouch. That hurt a lot.
Well, this is awkward.
Probably. That's Void, everybody. Say hi to Void.
Hi.
She's a secret behind-the-scenes person.
Yeah. I'm the real personality.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Only to you, Jack. Only to you.
We're winning. Trying to do anything stupid.
Oh, hey, look, in New Mexico. I hate it. I'm just gonna ignore the Queen Elizabeth. And only go for the New Mexico because I'm spiteful. And I can't let anything go.
Fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, it sounds like you.
Okay.
Torpedoes astern.
Performing
Now
advanced
we should-
battleship maneuvers, Colin.
You see that? I'm doing it as well.
I am not.
Oh, never
Hey, I
mind.
lived somehow.
Yay!
That match went better.
Better.
Boo.
Shut up, boy.
Alright, so that was the thing.
That was the thing. We did a Fuso.
Kinda, sorta gave you an idea of what that ship's capable of if you kind of know what you're doing like we do.
Kind
I
of.
won't say we're good at this game or anything, but
We're not.
I mean, I've had some decent games in it in the past, and I know that it's capable of just outright trouncing everything at its tier, as long as you play it correctly. Which, again, I'm not saying we're doing that properly, but
But I think that that's what makes this game good, though, is that you can come into this game with absolutely no knowledge of these things at all and still get fairly decent at it.
yeah. And
Like, the learning curve is not really that steep.
no, it's not. Like, once you figure out the basics, it's really easy to grow, which is what makes this game great. Like, sure, the company tries to fuck you over with, like, the Puerto Rico event that nobody's ever gonna forget.
Nobody.
And there are definitely some balancing issues to it, but I think that's always going to be a thing with any game like this, and I think Wargaming has, despite what the community says, done a fairly decent job at making the game as balanced as possible,
Yeah.
while keeping all of the different branches different from each other.
Yeah, without it just being, oh, it's a battleship, so, you know, they're all going to perform the same. No, there's very distinct
Yeah,
advantages and disadvantages to each one.
like and not even like one country to another, like even one tier to another, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes you've got sister ships to the tech tree ship as a premium, and even those feel different. So every ship has its own flavor, and it's fantastic.
It is. This is a wonderful game, and I still can't say enough good about it, even despite everything with Puerto Rico.
Especially the stuff that's gone on recently, but oh,
We're not going to talk about that. The community knows
yeah.
what's going on. If you're watching the videos, you know about the game, you know what's going on. And if you don't, well, count yourself
just don't ask.
lucky. But yeah,
Pretend it didn't happen.
we did Fuso stuff, and I feel better now.
Yep. Same.
Don't you, Colin? Don't you just feel better for doing Fuso
Oh yeah,
things?
always.
All right,
Oh
everybody.
yeah. Also, for those wondering, yes, I did change my name. I'm no longer 50 cal BMG.
Which didn't really matter because I started calling him Colin like 3 videos in.
Yeah, I mean, you guys sort of knew that, but just for people that
Yes, but for
have-
anybody who becomes new to the channel at any point in time, this is now Dragonaut 50.
Yep. I kept the 50 in there just to make it easy.
I think it was just because he wanted to be an ass, but you know. That's
That and
just-
Dragonaut was taken. So. Alright.
All right, everybody.
That was Fuso.
This was Fuso. This was also very fun. We'll have to do this again, probably with Nagato next, or Alba. I'm not sure which. Probably both.
I don't know how that'd work. But okay.
Well, not in the same video.
Not with that attitude.
I want to murder you.
I know. Thanks for watching, guys.
We will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye.